Hi everyone, my name is Jordan Kidwell and I'm here to demonstrate to you my prototype board game, Stickman Battle Royale. Stickman Battle Royale is a 2 to 4 person turn style battle game. The map grid here is a 16 by 16 1-inch grid. So to start, I'm gonna pretend like there's 3 other people here playing with me, but each person will roll a die. And the person with the highest roll starts first. Now, the first thing that the player does is he chooses his stickman figure. I'm gonna have player 1 play as the knight. And next he is going to place his spawn location, indicated in each quadrant by 2 small X's. So I'm going to put him right here. Now it's important to note that once player 1 has been established, that the order of rotation goes clockwise. Therefore, the person to my left would go next, and let's have him play as the mage. The person in front of me would go third, and the person to my right would go last. A few things to point out. These are going to be your main 3 dice you're going to be using. We have one 6-sided die here. This is for movement throughout the game, to move your guy around. These 2 are attack die, and how these work is, if you look on my chart here, each stickman has a unique stat points. So the ranger, for instance, he has 9 hit points, an attack range of 6, and a special ability which is called a poison arrow. These play into effect when, say, the knight attacks the ranger here, and the knight rolls a 1, this subtracts 1 hit point from the ranger's health. All right. So the order of operations goes as follows. Each player will draw 5 cards at the beginning. Gone ahead and pre-selected these cards and would hold them in their hands and not let another person see them. So once it's player 1's turn, he will first draw from the loot crate here. And this is another attack card. It's important to note how these cards work. These are the cards you play during the game in order to use against other players or on yourself. So once the player has selected his 6th card, he will roll a movement die, and I rolled a 6 here. So that means that he's allowed to move 6 spaces either up or down, left or right. A player cannot move diagonally. So he rolled a 6, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll notice here too that there's a bridge connecting each quadrant. The river that is between the quadrants is a no man's zone, meaning that players cannot be in the river, and they can also not attack from the river. However, they can attack on the bridge. A few things about the characters. As mentioned earlier, each character has unique stats and a unique ability. So the knight, for instance, he has 15 hit points and has an attack range of 1. So what that means is that the knight has to be directly in line of sight of another player, meaning he has to be in front to the right of, behind, or to the left of the knight in order for the knight to attack the ranger. He cannot be one space diagonally away from the knight. Now, to simulate what combat looks like in this game, I'm going to have the knight be up in front of the ranger here. Let me pull out the cards again. So a knight is within line of sight of the ranger. He can either use his attack card, his potion to heal himself, or his special ability. So I'm going to demonstrate how to play an attack card. So the knight plays his attack card. The card immediately goes into the discard pile, which will be over here. He then takes a single attack die, rolls it, and rolls a 1. This means that the ranger takes a damage of 1 hit point, meaning that he currently now only has 8 hit points where he used to have 9. It's up to the player to keep track of their own hit points. So that is how the knight would attack the ranger. Now, it's important, and that's also just basic mechanics of how to play the game and how to attack other opponents. I guess I should start out by saying, too, that the goal of the game is to eliminate all other enemy players and to be the last stick man alive. Now, to simulate the knight's special ability, let's put him back here. The knight would play his special ability card, and this allows him to roll double damage or to roll 2 die at once. So he rolls 2 dice with a total of 5, which means that the ranger would lose 5 hit points from his character. Now let's mix it up a little bit. Let's now have the mage character attack the paladin. So the mage character has an attack range of 3, meaning that he can attack the paladin from 3 spaces away or within 3 spaces. So let's check. 1, 2, 3. Yep, the mage is in sight of the paladin. So the mage is going to play his attack card. Again, he just takes a singular die, and he rolls a 3, indicating that the paladin loses 3 hit points. Some strategy and keys on how to play each character. So the knight, he has a max hit points of 15, and his special ability is a double damage die. So a strategy for him would be to grab hold of as many special ability cards and attack cards so that he can go tank enemy opponents by getting in front of them and playing his attack and special ability cards. Strategy for the mage will be to attack from a distance and also utilize his special ability, which is Wind Gust, which allows him to teleport any player to any spawn point of his choosing. A strategy for the ranger would be to play from a distance. So he has an attack range of 6, meaning that he can use his bow and arrow from 6 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could attack the mage from this distance, and his special ability is a poison arrow, which lets him use an additional attack die, similar to the knight. And finally, the Paladin, strategy for him, his special ability is to regain his health to full. So he really just needs to focus on utilizing his attack cards and special ability. It's also worth noting that to regain health in the game, you have these potion cards. These will give you 3 hit points back to your character. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.